It's Coco Tarot back again with another message, and we're just going to get right into the tarot and see what the collective needs to know today. And I hope everyone is doing well. Hope you've had your coffee or your tea or your water. Drink water, please. All right, so messages for the collective. What energies are surrounding the collective right now? Thank you so much. So when the Nine of Swords came out, I instantly thought of imposter syndrome. Whether this is you or someone you're dealing with, take it as it resonates, but you're in your Empress energy. You're in touch with your feelings, your emotions, your intellect. You're using the tools you've gathered along the way to better yourself, your foundation, your home life, pretty much everything. The Empress is the highest of all the court cards, of all the queens, so you're really on track to progressing to where you are meant to be in life. But at the same time, there's still some things that you hold on to that you haven't released yet, things from the past. It could be stuff from your childhood, your home life, college, high school, somewhere before the age of 20 or 21. There's an emotion linked to that time in your life that you seem to be carrying with you into the now, into the present. And on the outside, or even to yourself, you might be like, no, I'm fine, I'm good. But there's this lingering energy lurking behind you, like your shadow, that needs to be released somehow. In order for you to graduate to the next phase, you won't be able to bring this baggage with you. Clarify the Six of Cups. Six of Cups. Clarify the Six of Cups. It definitely could have been a romantic situation, but I'm kind of feeling like since it's in the emotional space, it could be a family situation. As I said earlier, home life. It could be something between you and your parents. But there's someone in your past that has done something to you or is related to you or connected to you. And that situation lingers. Like I said, like a shadow. It's like, I don't know if you can see this card, but through that looking glass, to me, it seems like the shadow of a figure. It's like there's something tied to you that you haven't released, and you're not really focused on it right now, but you feel that it's looming on you, and it definitely is right next to you or right behind you. Like this, like the shadow of a person or a situation. And clarify this for me. Yeah, something to do with some kind of major event in your life. It could be a person tied to that major event. But you have to release this situation because if you don't release it now, it's kind of going to creep up on you when you least expect it. And it's going to be something you have to end up dealing with in that moment, as opposed to dealing with it right now. I don't know what the situation is, but it seems a little dark, maybe a little disturbing. Something tied to you emotionally. The Tower's at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this was like a pivotal point in your life that probably made you who you are, or created some sort of traits or negative habits in you. Clarify this Empress for me. Clarify this Empress. The Empress clarified by the Emperor. It feels like someone took advantage of you somehow, or took advantage of a situation. It could definitely be like parent figures, grandparent, aunt and uncle. This seems like a family situation. Something that happened when you were young and you didn't have control over anything because you were a kid or not old enough to comprehend this situation completely. But now that you comprehend the situation, it could give you a nervous breakdown sometimes, or a panic attack. You could feel like you want to vomit when you think about it. Yeah, someone related to your foundation at the time. It could have been someone taking care of you, a guardian. This person is still in your life somehow, even if you think you've cut them off or whatnot. They're still looming around or in your energy field. And I don't know if it's them projecting that, or if possibly you just haven't jumped this hurdle yet, so it's still there. But this situation is affecting you in the present, even if you don't know it. All of the kings came out, almost. 3 of them, and the Emperor. This is some kind of family situation, or it's like, this is kind of hard to describe. There's so many energies on this table. You could have lived in a household where there were lots of family members, or it wasn't just like you and your parents. Like you could have lived with cousins, or... But it's like kind of chaotic because you can't have 3 kings and an emperor under one roof. Even if they weren't all masculine energies, like physically in form or whatever, if they're aunts or mothers, or it was a lot of butting heads, a lot of arguments, a lot of people trying to be in control, but nothing really working in the end. Everyone thinking they're right, everyone thinking, just saying stuff to have control, but it didn't work. And then there's one energy who was very silent or tried to gain control in other ways. And that one seems to be the worst one to me. This very controlling, secretive energy. I don't really know what this is, guys. It's hard to give a reading. Obviously it's a collective reading, but when you're not really near the person, so you can't really have the background information to, give you sort of a theme or a route to go. But This is definitely some kind of weird family dynamic. You could be adopted or just like shifted through the family or something. I'm seeing a lot of combativeness, a lot of energies, all just in the mix. And it not really transforming or making anything progress. It's just being a nuisance, and on you especially. These energies have become so overwhelming that I even forgot that you're here. They've completely taken over your table, which is telling me this is why it's taken over your space, your energetic field. This is why it's creeping up on you, because it's like a ghost inside of you that hasn't been released. It might be time to dig deep, Shadow work is never fun, but if you feel a little bit off, like you're happy and everything's good, but at the same time there's still something lingering, this is what it is, and you're going to have to tap into it so that you can release it. Write about it, take a walk. It's not something that's going to happen overnight, But this is something that, like I said, you're going to need to get through in order to graduate to the next phase of spirituality, of life, of, whatever you're trying to go towards. You have to release this burden within yourself and find a way to move forward regardless of how painful the memories might be, or if you've picked up bad habits, or if you find yourself acting like these people in your energy field because you were raised around them or grew up around it. A lot of our bad habits or the things we've learned that aren't necessarily the best for us are caused because of our environment. When we're children or when we're teenagers, even when we're in college, these are very developmental years. And especially nowadays, we've fast forwarded to make it seem like kids and teenagers really know what is going on, or, are aware enough of their energy field, when you're just not. And these things stick, and it's time to learn how to not feel guilty about the stuff that's rubbed off on you, and just asking yourself, does it align with my value system? Does it align with my morals? Does this align with who I want to be tomorrow and the rest of my life? And if it doesn't, then find a way to release it. There's tons of apps and books and resources that, you can, even therapy. We live in an age with so many tools, so use those tools and find a way to release this. Once you release this, you'll be able to tap into that passionate energy that you might be dealing with right now. And by passionate energy, I mean you might be feeling maybe a little bored, lackluster. You could be having intimacy issues. And the good news is these things are fixable. What I'm seeing here, it's a lot. It's chaos. It's hectic. It's a headache. But I don't see anything here that can't be fixed with hard work and a lot of faith. And that is your message for today, guys. And I will see you soon. Toodaloo.